They say the internet gives us endless choices, but what if most of those choices are just spam? Not the canned meat kind, but a digital flood of useless, repetitive content. And here's the kicker. It's not just annoying emails or ads. It's everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and even in conversations with AI. So, how did we end up here? Drowning in digital junk food. And what does it mean for creativity, connection, and the future of the internet? In 1970, Monty Python aired a sketch about spam, the canned meat, where every menu item at a cafe was some variation of spam. The joke? There was no escaping it. Whether you liked it or not, spam was going to be shoved down your throat. Fast forward to today, and that same absurd scenario has become a disturbingly accurate metaphor for the internet. Social media feeds, YouTube algorithms, and AI-generated content have turned our digital world into one big cafe where everything seems to come with a side of spam. But here's the scary part. It's not just spam content that's the problem. It's how we've grown used to consuming it. So, how did we get here? And what does it mean for the future of creativity and human connection? Let's start with the sketch itself. In Monty Python's Spam, a couple walks into a cafe, and the waitress rattles off an absurd list of dishes. Spam, spam, egg and spam, she says, while the woman complains that she doesn't want any spam. But no matter what she asks for, everything on the menu includes it. Just when things couldn't get any more ridiculous, a group of Vikings begins chanting, "Lovely spam, wonderful spam," drowning out the conversation in total chaos. This sketch was hilarious in its absurdity. But here's the twist. It unintentionally became a prophetic glimpse into the future of media. In the early days of the internet, users took the concept and ran with it. By the 1980s, chat rooms and message boards were flooded with people spamming the same words over and over, pushing useful conversations off screen. The phrase caught on, and the term spam was born. What started as a joke morphed into a term for any kind of excessive, unwanted content. And that's where things get interesting. Initially, spam was just an annoyance. Email inboxes filled with junk mail, and forums were clogged with repetitive posts. But as the internet evolved, so did the nature of spam. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram introduced algorithms designed to show users what they wanted, or at least what would keep them scrolling. At first, this sounded like a win-win. Creators could reach new audiences, and users would see more of what they liked. But then, the algorithms took over. Social media feeds shifted from being follow-based to algorithm-based, as Jack Cohn, the founder of Patreon, points out. In this new model, what you see isn't determined by who you follow. It's based on what the platform thinks will keep you engaged the longest. And that means creators are forced to chase trends, pumping out as much content as possible to stay relevant. Think of it like the Monty Python Cafe. No matter what creators originally wanted to make, the menu ends up filled with spam because that's what the algorithm demands. Enter the dead internet theory. This theory, which gained traction in 2021, claims that most of the internet is now fake, filled with bot activity and AI-generated content. While some aspects of the theory are a little out there, the core idea feels eerily accurate. A large portion of the internet is, in fact, run by bots. Studies show that more than half of all online traffic comes from bots, whether they're good bots maintaining websites or bad bots spreading spam. Now, with generative AI, the line between real and fake content is blurrier than ever. AI can write articles, compose music, and even chat with you, making it harder to tell what's authentic. The internet, once a playground for human creativity, is now flooded with automated content, much of it optimized not for meaning, but for clicks, views, and engagement. It's like the Vikings from the Monty Python sketch are back, chanting louder and louder, drowning out meaningful conversations. Creators find themselves in a race against the machines, pressured to post more often, follow trends, and cater to the whims of algorithms. And just like in the cafe, audiences are served the same flavors over and over, whether they want them or not. Here's the thing. Just as eating too much unhealthy food can harm your physical health, consuming too much spam-like content can harm your mental and emotional well-being. Psychologists say that the constant barrage of repetitive, shallow content leaves us feeling drained, disconnected, and anxious. But why do we keep consuming it? Part of the problem is that spam-like content is easy to digest. It doesn't require much thought or effort. It's designed to keep you scrolling, watching, or clicking without really engaging. And over time, just like junk food, it starts to feel normal, even desirable. We get hooked on quick dopamine hits, losing our appetite for deeper, more meaningful experiences. Think about it. How often do you mindlessly scroll through social media, watching videos you don't even care about? How often do you feel like the internet is full of noise, but you keep engaging with it anyway? It's as if our digital diets have become so saturated with spam that we've forgotten what it feels like to consume something truly nourishing. So, where does that leave us? Is the internet doomed to become a wasteland of spam and automated content? Not necessarily. As Jack Coates suggests, there's still hope for creators and consumers who want something more. But it's going to take effort both from platforms and from us. Platforms need to rethink their reliance on algorithms that prioritize quantity over quality. And as consumers, we need to be more intentional about the content we engage with. Just as we make conscious choices about the food we eat, we need to make conscious choices about the media we consume. Who we follow, what we watch, and how we interact online. These choices shape not just our digital experiences, but our mental well-being and creativity. The hardest part, as Coates says, is staying true to what we really want, whether we're creating content or consuming it. In a world driven by algorithms, it's easy to get swept up in the race for attention. But the best creators, the ones who make a real impact, are the ones who trust their instincts and stay true to their vision. And the most meaningful connections happen when we engage with content that resonates with us on a deeper level, not just what's popular or easy to consume. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more on creativity, technology, and how they shape our future, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.